This is a custom component added on the standard page of a record. It is a custom component added on the standard page of the record. So on the custom component, I have a button called delete. When I click that button called delete, automatically that record should be deleted from the database. So to delete this, again, I don't want to use Apex programming. I want to go for LDS. Save record, get new record, save record, delete record. What is the next one we had? What is the operation we had here? We had an operation called delete a record. When you say delete a record, what is the action we have? Boss, if you are trying to work from a particular record, always it's a callback. Always it's a get callback. So the story remains the same again. What is the story here? You are trying to add one extra component here. What was the component? Lightning button, save. Lightning button, delete. So go to the controller. Component, event. So how do you do that? Component dot delete record. So here we had $a dot get callback function. Record is deleted. Record is deleted. But just I want to know whether record was deleted or not.
Okay, so Satish, dot delete record is a standard keyword, and the parameter what is getting passed to the function of delete result. So that can be anything, right?
It's right. Delete record is not a keyword; it is a function.
Yeah, it's a function, but I'm talking about the delete result. That function parameter to the function can be anything.
It can be it's a function. Right? Generally, how you define a function, Amma? Function parameters.
Yeah.
So the parameters I gave it is a parameter. I can take A, I can take B, I can take C, I can take delete result. Okay.
Okay, just confirming. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Then I need to refresh the page. I want the changes to be replicated. Record was deleted. Now, when record was deleted, page is not reloading. I was supposed to reload the page. Record was deleted. So here we need one more extension. What is that? After deletion, we want to navigate to a particular page. That is one thing what I need to do. Okay. So here, overall, the LDS has included couple of functionalities. Now let us see the overall picture of this. The overall picture what we have. I will show you on the standard functionality page. Look at the format. overall functional device, I have lightning, record view, record edit form. This is to this is the first thing that we have seen. Record edit form we have seen. This is to open any particular record. This is to open any particular record. This is to open any particular record. This is to open any particular record in the view form. Then we have the second story, record edit form. This is to open the record. This is to open the record in the view form. The second one is edit form. So where we was giving name of the object, idea of the object, then give input text or give output field. Input field, output field. Input field, output field we are giving. The second story was record form. Here it is a combination of view and edit, where I was able to open the record in the view form or edit form. Depends upon the mode. The advantage of record form is no need to mention every field separately. We have a attribute called field. If you give the name of the fields, automatically it will display the list of fields. In the view form, edit form, every field I have to create output field, field name, output field, field 2, output field, field 3. I have to mention every field. But in the record form, we have a attribute called fields. If you mention the list of field names, automatically it forms the UI. So these are the three things what we have seen in terms of record. But here, next we went to the second concept. What is that? Lightning data services. In the Lightning data services, what I went? In the Lightning data services, what we have used? I want to refer to the record, any one of the record page. From the record page, I want to add custom components, or I want to perform DML operation that concern record without interacting with the server. Without interacting with the server side controller, I want to perform some changes on the data or DML on the data. Then we went for a concept called Lightning data services. In the Lightning data services, the key player is force has record ID. The key player is force has record ID. It is an interface which is implemented by the component, which ensures that we are adding this component on any one of the existing record page, so that the ID of the record will be passed to this component. Once you got the ID of the record, this is the record on which this component is added. So we can create a child records. We can create a child records, or you can display the parent data in the component. So when you are taking these Lightning data services, we had get new record, create new, get new record, save record, delete record. If you want to edit it, $A get callback. If you want to save it, function save result. Then we have get new record, $A get callback. If you want to delete record, $A get callback. With the help of this, we are trying to replace the standard functionalities on record home pages. With the help of this, what is the core concept of this? With the help of these LDA services, we are able to design a custom components to replace standard components on record home pages. With the help of these LDS, we are trying to replace standard components on the record home page. We are able to replace standard functionalities on record home page. I am repeating the word. We are replacing the components on record home page. Right? This is what we are done. Is that was clear? Okay. Is that was clear for everyone? Right. Now, next, I have few things to be. We have done this LDS services. Okay. Next one, we have dynamic component creation. Now, I have a page like this. Now, previously, we have already done this example previously, but the way we have done in the previous case is like this. In the previous case, what I have done? I created a account form. I created a contact form. This is a account form. This is a contact form. Then initially what I have done, I hidden all the elements here. I hidden all the elements. When I click on account, then I told set URA set if true, display that. Make this URA if false. Then when you click on contact, then I told URA if set second one true, first one false. This is how we are creating. This is how I was creating till now. But now I don't want to do this. I don't want to add all the things on the page directly. Now my requirement is just a component. I don't want to add anything on the page. When I click on account, one account form should be added here. Initially there is nothing, it's empty. Okay, I am not adding the code and saying hide, show. I am not doing that. I am not saying hide, show. I am not writing anything. It is empty here. When I click on account, one account component should be created dynamically. Dynamically, account component should be created. That should be displayed here. When I click on the contact, what should happen? Contact form should be created here. They should be added here. So that is adding to this one dynamically. Now it is not like already everything is defined. Hide someone, show someone. Are you getting my point? Previous example was everything I have defined. The complete code I wrote. One code to display account, another code to display contact. I wrote everything. So in the component, I have account form. In the contact form, both I designed. Now what I have done in the component, I designed an account lightning card, contact lightning card. Both the codes I wrote, but I was controlling true or false. First, okay, account true, contact false, contact false. Okay, true, account false. Or else account contact, both of them are false. Account contact, both of them are true. But everything is defined here. Everything is defined. Now I am saying, don't make lengthy components. Don't do that. When I click on button, you dynamically, programmatically, you create a component, add the component to the page. Don't create the component first, hide and unhide. You add that component programmatically to the page. So what I am doing, dynamically, I want to control what elements should be there on the page. Dynamically, I want to add one component to another component. Dynamically, I want to add one component to the another component. Let us take another example here. Try to get it. We have done one example in the previous case. We had a list of records like this. Right, we had some data. Now when I selected Wipro, what happened? Initially the page was like this. What did I do? Initially I created a page like this. Previously we have done this example. Now I am saying, don't show the component, boss. When I select the record, when I select this record, then whichever the record is selected, open the record view form. This is what? Record view form. Open the particular record and display it. To display a particular record, what is the component we have? Record view form. Record view form. We have a component called record view form. We had a component called record view form. Are you getting my point? We had a particular component called record view form. Now don't create an output layout and all this stuff. We already have a functionality called record view form, which will display complete record and whatever the fields you want. Now what I'm doing, don't show this. When I select any record, get that record, show it here. I want that component to be added dynamically. I want that component to be added dynamically. So if you want to add any component dynamically, if I want that component to be added dynamically, we had a create component concept. $a dot create component. We are programmatically creating one component, adding that component to the body of another component. We are adding one component to another component programmatically. We are adding one component to another component programmatically. We are adding one component to another component programmatically. So this is a dynamic component concept. So how to add one component to another component dynamically based on your requirement. Let us take an example here. Now here we have a related list, right? Now, when you open, do you know which I am going to select here? Do you know which I am going to select? Do you know which I am going to select? You are not sure. If I select detail page should come, related should come, news should come. If I am putting everything in a single component, it takes more time to handle it. If the length of the code increase, performance of loading time will be increasing. The load time also will increase. The length of the code increase, load time also increase. I don't want to put everything in the single component. I want to add those things programmatically. So design them like a separate components, programmatically add it to the page. Depends upon the option what you selected. I want to add them to the contact, like the consent page. So here programmatically we are trying to control add and remove of elements. Programmatically I want to control how to add and remove the components from the page. Now how did I do this? Manually I am going and doing it. Removing it. Now I am saying don't remove it manually. Programmatically you remove it. Programmatically you should remove it. Whenever I say option as account, then account component, contact component should be displayed. Whenever I choose opportunity, account should be removed, opportunity and order should be displayed. So what was that? Programmatically you want to control how to add the new components, how to remove the existing components from the page. To do this, we are going for concept of dynamic components. I hope you got the concept here. Right, Amma? Okay. So let us move on to the story. So let me give you critical information. Create component. Now, I am not typing the notes. I was trying to show the critical part from the documentation. Now, I'll just give you. First, I'll try to explain the concept. Then I'll show you the critical information. $A indicates, right? It's an application level units. So global application level units. And $A what? Asynchronous operation. $A also indicates what? Asynchronous operation. Create a component. When you want to create a component, three things are there. Param 1, param 2. What are the parameters we have? Param 1, param 2, param 3. There are three parameters. Param 1, which component you want to add? Type of component. Param 1, type of component you want to add. Param 2, attributes of the component. Every component will have attributes, right? Let it be a standard component or a custom component, it will have some attributes. Now like we got, like we got here, lighting input, label value, button, label on click. So we have some attributes. Param 2, attributes. Param 3, callback action. Once the component was created, what I want to do? Once the component is created, what I want to do? First parameter, which component you want to create? What are the attributes of the component? What are the component which was created programmatically? Okay, with that component, what you want to do? Where you want to add? So what was this? It is saying which component I want to create, what are the attributes of this component, properties of the component. Once the component is created, where should I add this component? What should I do with this component? That is a callback action. So what we got here? Param 1, name of the component which you want to create. Param 2, properties of the component which are nothing but attributes. Param 3 is a callback action. Callback action is function, component, okay, your status and error message. So let us come back to the theoretical information now. Now, what was the component we have here? $A dot create component. $A dot create component. $A dot create component. Now, there is a difference. $A indicates what? Asynchronous. Any method you are calling from Apex class, server side creation is what? Asynchronous. Now, when you want to create, what are the parameters we have? Type, attributes, callback. Type is the component. You want to create a button, you want to create a pick list, you want to create a custom component, you want to create a lightning overlay, you want to create a lightning card. What are your properties? Then attributes. If I take lightning card, title, if I take a lightning card, title, icon name, whatever you want to put it. Then we have callback. Once the component is created, what should I do with the component? So once the component is created, what should I do? Now, once a component is created, I have three informations to be followed. First, if component was created successfully, what is that component created? Now, if I say account A equal to new account. Now, if account was created, what I am getting? ACC. Account ACC equal to new account. If the account instead is created successfully, what I am going to get? ACC. Am I right or not? If component was created successfully, what is the component which was created? I have to have variable to refer to it, right? Right? Then no component was not created successfully. Then what is the error we are going to get? So how do I know whether it's created or not? Check the status. From the status, you know whether it was created successfully or not. If it is created successfully, refer to the component. If it is not created successfully, refer to the error. Are you getting my point? You are trying to create a component. Now check out whether component is created successfully or not. Look at the status. If the status is success, then the component was created. Refer that component. If the component was not created successfully, then error will be there. Refer to the error. So that's what. What was the callback action? Component, new component which was created. Status of the component. New component which was created. Status of the component and error message. Are you getting? Status is what? Success, error, incomplete. We already know these operations. Okay. Error message. Then what is the error message we got here? I hope you are clear with this one, Amma. People are good with this example. Okay. Let us create an example from our end to know this concept better. I hope theoretically the concept is clear. Right. How many parameters? 3. One is name, second is attribute, third is callback action. Function, component, status, error message. Function, component, status, error message. Status is, what is the status? Status is success. You got it here. Status is success, incomplete or error. Okay. I'll straight away go with application. Basic example I will take first. I have lightning button. Now tell me any one concept which you are finding difficult. I'll create that component. I'll revise the topic with the help of this. Every element will have body. So go to the controller. So I'm going to create $a dot, create $a dot, create component. $a dot, create component. When I say $a dot, create component, first one, which component you want to create? Lightning button I want to create. Lightning button. Then second one, attributes will be there. For the button, we are going to have attributes. What are the attributes we have? Label, submit. Now, on a click. Okay. Now, this component is going to, let us pick basic example. We are giving a label here. Now, first one, name of the component. Second one, third parameter, what we have? Function. Your function is going to be component status. Now, if status equal to success, if status is success, what I'm going to do? Where first get the existing body in the component. What is the existing body? Whatever the existing body was there, get that existing body. Whatever the existing body was there, get that existing body. Component dot b dot body. Get the existing body. Then in the existing body we have body dot. What is the new component which was created? CMP. What is the new component which was created? CMP. Get the existing body, add the new component to the body, get the existing component, okay, existing body, get the existing body, get the existing body, add the, okay, get the existing body, add the new component which was created to the body, component dot set. So what was this? Create a component called button with the label called submit. Add that component to the body of the application. So go to the preview. What was that? Right. Again, when I click on this, I want to destroy it. Component dot destroy. You want to destroy it. Component dot destroy. Whichever the element you want to destroy, refer to that element destroy. Okay. Now what was that? When you click, the moment you are clicking, it was creating one way. So tell me one concept which where this will be more suitable to us. Invoice page, adding a list of products, order creation page. Order creation page, I keep on adding, add row plus one more row plus one more row plus one more row. Okay, I hope you are getting my point here. So what is happening here? Here, the moment I click on the button, it is calling this. It is creating a component called button, and that button is added to the extract. The button is added to the body of the component. I hope you are good with this example. I hope you are good with this example. Look at the story here. Look at the story. Look at the story. Now we can add a group of components. It's not necessary that only one component should be added. We can also add group of components. It is not necessary that only one component will be added. We can also go for group of components. Now I created a button, but I didn't create any action for it. I created a button, but I didn't create any action for it. Right. So what was that? Component dot get reference. Whichever the component I am referring, get the corresponding action from the component. Now look at the story here. Component dot get reference. You created a button with a label called submit. But what we have? On click. Component dot get C dot was that unexpected token semicolon. There was that unexpected token semicolon. It's an attribute, right?
Reference spelling double F.
So go to the component here. What is that component we had? Refer to the page. Some spelling mistake here. Or EWF or single F. Component COM. No. Whatever we gave here, the same thing should be used here. They used CMP, they wrote CMP. In our case, it is component. Component dot get reference C colon C dot show. I gave C colon show there. This is because you are trying to call a action. You are trying to call a action. Component dot reference C dot show. Is that was clear for everyone? Is that was clear for everyone? Right. Right. So how we are adding? Lightning dot button, lightning colon button label on click. Right. These are the properties. These are the properties of the button. These are the properties of the button. These are the properties of the button. Here I can give these are the properties of the button. What are the attributes are there? Those attributes are going to be created here. Is that was clear for everyone? Right?
Okay. Satish, can we control where you want to show the newly created component instead of it controlling it?
We can do it, Amma. We can do it.
Okay, thank you.
Now,
and here,
yeah.
Okay, and here you defined aura.id is equal to S1. So does it assign the ID, same ID for all created components, multiple submit buttons,
Obviously.
same ID?
Obviously, because I give ID, no? When I give S1,
okay, so
ID, it gives the same ID.
Okay. Same ID, okay.
Now, let us move on. This is what? Standard component. We can also use any custom component and add it. We can use a custom component and add it. Okay, we're just looking at the basic way of invoking it. We'll see the business use case. Okay, but here, how to add a standard component. Similarly, we also have custom components. We can create a custom components. Let us see. Let us look at any one of the existing examples what we created. I can take input example. Input example and component. Any properties we have? We don't have any attributes. Okay. Just for the sake of taking some attributes, I created that. So move on to this. What is the name of the component? Input underscore example. First, let us see the basic level examples. I'll give the business use case followed by. Now tell me how you create it. $A dot create component. First example, C colon. This is a component which I want to create. Attributes for it. Then we have function, component. We had a function, component, status. Then if status equal to body equal to component dot component dot v dot body. Then we had body dot then component dot so this is what I gave. So I was supposed to invoke this within the application. So I have a preview. So we got a last name, first name, and corresponding. So whatever the custom component was there, that component was added to the page. I hope you are good with this, right? Okay. Now, with respect to the examples what we have done, I want to make some use case here, and the topic what I'm going to cover tomorrow altogether. I'll explain a business use case and try to achieve this from your end. What are the pending that I'll be doing from the my end tomorrow. So look at this context from everyone. So basically, I have a list of, I have an account page. When I click on an account, list of accounts are coming. When I select any one of the particular account, I was supposed to get the account like this. I have a standard page. When I click on a tab, list of accounts are coming. When I select any particular account, No, just let me view. This space I'm giving small. Okay. Then here I should have save. I can give it this. I was supposed to get the data like this. In the create, this will, when I click on this, there should be a drop down list for the create, and there should be a drop down list for the list. Drop down list for the create, drop down list for the list. When I say here, con opportunity, list of con. When I click on the con, when I click on the con, contact creation page should open. Contact creation page should open. Okay, the contact creation should open as a pop-up window that I will be covering tomorrow. How to open a contact creation page on the top of window. So when I click on the con, pop-up window creation. When I save, record should be saved. Right. When I click, when I say opportunity creation page should open on the pop-up window. If I select con, list of contacts should be displayed for this account. Whichever the account I have selected here, that account contact should come. If I select opportunity, list of opportunities should come here. So I have a standard page. I am opening one of the standard account page. I am replacing my standard account page as per my choice. All the standard components whichever is there, I removed everything. But the page is standard page. The page is standard page. But I removed everything. I was designing the page like this. Now when I click on this con, list of contacts of this account, whichever the account I opened, that account contact should be opened, they should be displayed like this. When I click on con, I should get the last name. Right. When I click on the opportunity, list of opportunities should come here. So I don't know if I select contact, list of contacts. If I select opportunity, list of opportunity. Right. So what should be displayed here? Depends upon the option what I select. If I click contact, list of contacts, opportunity, list of opportunity related to the account what I have taken. How do you get the account ID? Now, how do you get the account ID? Now, if I click on the contact, this account contacts I have to get. Now, record data if you take, force record data if you take, v dot record ID will be the current record ID. If I pass that record ID as a parameter to the, third party, they will give me a list of, contacts. If I pass that record ID, they will give me a list of opportunities. Are you getting my point? From the current record, when I click on this, one JavaScript function should run. In that function, take the v dot record ID, take v dot record ID. V dot record ID is current record ID, current account record ID. I will get it. If I pass that account ID, we get a list of contacts. Use the data table, display the list. Right. Now, if I select Opti, then again one more JavaScript will run. Take the account ID, get the list of opportunities, display the data. Right. Once you display the data, then what is happening here? I have now here I am getting small button. I will get a view button. When I click on the view, otherwise I will give a link here, view link. When I click on a link, whatever the record I selected, the record should be displayed here.
Satish, we have this functionality. We can do this with the standard functionality itself, right? So I can drag related list, and if I click on one,
Now we are trying to practice the concept. We are not looking whether it can be achieved with the standard functionality or not. We are trying to exercise the options what we learned. With the help of those options, how can we build this concept? Okay. So we are not looking for alternative concept of standard functionality. Now, with respect to the concepts, what I learned, what we thought, how can we build this topic is the consent. Okay, scenario here. So this is what I want to build. Now tell me how we can build this concept here. Right. First, top concept is what? Lightning card with record, force record data, because I want the ID on the standard page. On the standard page of the account only, we are trying to add it. I want the data of the account. So lightning card, record data. We have done one example of this. There I have to go with the lightning button group with the button menu. Button group with the button menu. Okay, in the menu, whatever the button you selected, okay, then consent action should be called. In the consent action, find out v.record ID, pass that ID to the third party system. They give you a list of contacts, then display the list of contacts. Now, when you want to display the list of contacts, now here we have issue. So you want to design this data table, show and hide it, or you want to go with the dynamic component. Right? There are two concepts. If you are comfortable with the data table, okay, show contact data table, opportunity data table, hide and unhide it. No, you don't want to do this. You can make it dynamic. You can make it dynamic because you get a list of records. You get a list of records from third party system. You know the list of fields. If you pass this to attribute, create a component, data table. What is your data table? List of record, list of field. If you give it, it will display. Data table is what? Data table is not saying I need to take only account data. I need to take only contact data. It is not saying. Data table is saying if you give me a list of record, list of fields, I will display. Right? So instead of creating two data tables, what we can do? We can control it dynamically. We can control it dynamically. We can go with the dynamic component concept, display the data table. Now here, once I select the record, the corresponding data should be displayed on the right hand side. Now here also, we want to pass the data. ID of the record should be passed from here to next component. Here I want to use what? Application level event. Here I want to use what? Application level event. When I go for application level event, whichever the record I have selected, that record ID should be passed to next component so that they can display the data. So here it is covering what? LDS service, dynamic component, application level events. Did you get the concept here? Okay. Now we already done these examples, but separately we have done it. Now we want to merge them and make it as one single functionality. We already done data table. We already done lightning card with menu. We already done button groups. So we need to join them together and make one single functionality. Can you try this example? Right? Try from your end. Okay, I will share the code from my end. Again, after you do it, I will share the code. Okay. You try from your end. You got stuck there, I will share the code within 1 or 2 days. You check out my code and rectify it if any bugs are there. Okay. Then out of this, one extra functionality what I need is, the new functionality what I need is, here I need, when I click on a contact, we know how to create a contact record. We know how to create a contact record with LDS. But the problem is, where is that contact record added? The contact record LDS is there. Where is that contact record added? So that should be added in the pop-up window. Now the similar functionality I want. When you go to this account, new contact, how it is opening? A pop-up window. In the pop-up window, this pop-up window is opened with a contact. Why? Because I clicked on contact. Case, pop-up window opened with case. Now this is what? Dynamic component only. What is this concept here? Dynamic component concept only. But dynamic component concept with the overlay. Action overlay. Pop-up window. I hope you're good. The action overlay we'll see it in the next session. Okay. So before we wind up, right, if you have any queries on the topic what we discussed as of now, let me know. So tomorrow we'll see the overlay concepts and also passing the IDs to the list of records. When you have a list of record, the record what I selected, how do you pass the ID to the remaining? If it is a single record, I know how to pass ID. When you have a group of record, how do you identify the record what we selected and pass the ID to the next component? That we'll see it tomorrow, right? So before that, if anyone has any queries on the topic what we have done, let me know. Are you getting the use cases? Okay, we are building it step by step, but you need to take the combination of these to build examples, right? Any other query from the classroom people?
Okay.
As usual, no questions. Come again, Amma? Yeah, that's it. Basically, we need to put array. So it should be just, I will be covering the concept. Okay, I just started the concept, I forgot to cover that point. So I just started and forgot to add it. It should be like this. Group of components should be added. Here, component name. One component. Right. Then these are components, right? Here, previously we have given $a dot create component. But now you have to give components. You have to give dollar components, comma, status, this out. Just remind me, we'll do one example. Okay. Yeah. Right. Any other query? Chalo.
Sir, just one.
Online, just give me 1 minute. I'll just push it. Okay. I'll ask the classroom people to leave. Just give me 1 minute. Any other queries from the classroom? No. Chalo, that's all. We'll meet tomorrow at 8:30. 8:30 means 8:30 only. Right. 8:30 is not 9. Yes, online. Go ahead, Amma.
Satish, can you show me the concepts we covered until now? You have a list of it, right? Can you go to that notepad once?
Yeah.
From the starting.
You can log in and check it out, Amma. You can log into your account.
Okay.